rain hammered against the windows of the old motel as police tape stretched across the parking lot. Inside room 104, a 23-year-old woman was found dead on the floor. No signs of forced entry, no witnesses, no fingerprints, and the security camera footage showed something terrifying. At exactly 2:13 a.m., someone entered the room, but nobody was ever seen leaving. This is the mystery of the girl in room 104.
On the edge of a lonely highway outside of Las Vegas stood a forgotten roadside motel called the Sunset Inn. It wasn't the kind of place people remembered. Cheap rooms, flickering neon lights, and guests who usually stayed only one night. But in October 2019, that motel became the center of one of the strangest crime mysteries in America. A case so disturbing that internet detectives still argue about it today. Because the deeper investigators looked, the darker the truth became.
On October 14th, 23-year-old Emily Carter checked into the Sunset Inn just after 10 p.m. She had brown hair, a small travel backpack, and according to the receptionist, she looked terrified. Emily had driven nearly 6 hours from Phoenix to Vegas, but she wasn't there for vacation. Police later discovered that Emily had recently disappeared from social media. Her friends claimed she had been acting paranoid for weeks. One friend later told investigators she kept saying somebody was following her. Another friend said Emily had suddenly quit her job without explanation. And 3 days before her death, she sent a text message that would later haunt detectives forever. It read, "If something happens to me, it wasn't an accident." At the time, nobody took it seriously. But after what happened in room 104, everything changed. According to motel records, Emily entered room 104 at 10:27 p.m. Security footage showed her carrying a small black bag and repeatedly looking over her shoulder. At 11:11 p.m., she ordered food delivery. The delivery driver later said Emily seemed nervous and barely opened the door. Then, at 12:43 a.m., a loud argument was reportedly heard coming from inside the room. Guests nearby described hearing furniture moving, glass breaking, and a woman screaming, "You weren't supposed to come here!" Police later confirmed no emergency calls were made from the room. And then, at exactly 2:13 a.m., security cameras captured a shadowy figure walking toward room 104. The person wore a black hoodie, face hidden, hands in pockets. The figure entered the room. But according to police, no footage ever showed the person leaving. At 8:30 the next morning, a motel cleaner knocked on Emily's door. No answer. The TV inside was still playing. The shower was running, and strange music echoed through the room. When management unlocked the door, they found Emily lying on the floor beside the bed, dead. Her phone was missing. Her bag had disappeared. And written on the bathroom mirror, in red lipstick, were 3 chilling words. "He found me." Police immediately sealed the motel. Detectives believed they were dealing with homicide, but the crime scene made no sense. There were no fingerprints in the room except Emily's. No DNA. No murder weapon. And despite signs of struggle, neighbors claimed they heard complete silence after 2:15 a.m. Almost like whoever entered that room controlled everything. Detectives began searching through Emily's past. What they uncovered shocked everyone. Emily had once worked as a data analyst for a private cybersecurity company in San Diego. Former coworkers claimed she suddenly became withdrawn after accessing a confidential internal file. Police never revealed what was inside that file, But according to rumors online, Emily may have discovered illegal surveillance activities connected to wealthy clients. Then, investigators found something even stranger. 2 weeks before her death, Emily filed a police report claiming she was being stalked. She told officers that a man in a dark hoodie kept appearing near her apartment, workplace, and even grocery store. But police dismissed the report due to lack of evidence. After her death, that decision faced heavy criticism online. Then came the evidence that made the case go viral. Investigators released part of the motel security footage to the public. Millions watched it online. The grainy video showed the hooded figure walking toward room 104. But internet users quickly noticed something disturbing. The figure never appeared on the hallway camera after entering, meaning there were only 3 possibilities. The killer escaped another way, the footage was manipulated, the killer was already inside the motel before Emily arrived. Online theories exploded. Some believed the motel staff were involved. Others claimed Emily had been targeted by professionals. And one terrifying theory suggested Emily had been running from someone powerful for months. 3 days into the investigation, police received an anonymous phone call. The caller spoke in a distorted voice and said only one sentence: "Check the blue suitcase." Then the line disconnected. Detectives searched Emily's car again. Inside the trunk, they found a locked blue suitcase hidden beneath blankets. What they discovered inside was never officially released. But according to leaked reports online, the suitcase contained printed documents, USB drives, and photographs of multiple unknown people. After that discovery, federal agents reportedly became involved in the case. And suddenly, local police stopped sharing information with the media. Then, the case became even darker. A motel employee named Daniel Ruiz claimed he saw the hooded figure leave through a rear maintenance exit around 3 a.m. He agreed to speak with detectives. But before his official interview, Daniel disappeared. His apartment was found empty, wallet still inside, phone left charging, car untouched. He was never seen again. Some investigators believed Daniel fled out of fear. Others suspected he had been silenced. And from that moment on, the Room 104 case stopped feeling like an ordinary murder. It felt organized, planned, professional. The story exploded across YouTube, Reddit, and true crime forums. People analyzed every frame of the security footage. Some claimed they spotted a second figure reflected in the motel window. Others believed the killer worked for a private intelligence group. Conspiracy theories spread everywhere. But despite years of investigation, nobody was arrested. No suspect was officially named. And the case slowly went cold. Yet one mystery remained unsolved. Who wrote, "He found me"? And who exactly was he?
In 2023, nearly 4 years after Emily's death, a former detective connected to the case made a shocking statement during a podcast interview. He claimed evidence had disappeared from police storage, including the USB drives, motel footage, and Emily's missing phone records. Then, he said something chilling. Emily wasn't hiding from one person, she was hiding from what she knew. 2 weeks after that interview, the detective reportedly resigned and refused all future interviews.
To this day, the murder of Emily Carter remains unsolved. No killer, no arrests, no official explanation. Just a motel room, a missing witness, and a message written on a mirror. Maybe the truth is buried somewhere inside forgotten evidence files. Or maybe the people responsible were never supposed to be caught. Because sometimes The most terrifying crimes are the ones hidden in plain sight. What do you think really happened inside room 104? Was Emily being stalked? Or was she part of something much bigger? Comment your theory below. And if you enjoy true crime mysteries and disturbing real stories, subscribe to Dark Case Archives for more weekly investigations. Because not every killer gets caught, and not every story gets told.